For CLAT, you just need very minor, more preparations for any other law exam.
If you are aiming for CLAT 2025, then you are at the right place as we are diving deep into the ultimate preparation strategy that will help you ace this exam.
When you go for these exams, any exam including CLAT, ALET, LSAT India, or even in other fields, what you need is clarity if you want to crack them. So I think I had that after trying to do NEET. I had that clarity that I want to do law and this is how I want it to be. And that was all the motivation that you need. So I think me failing in one pursuit of NEET was the reason I could crack uh, CLAT or ALET or LSAT. So, yes. And then it was about understanding the exam pattern. So, if you notice, all these law entrance exams are heavy on your comprehending skills. They might have minor changes, like ALET has a bit more of an analytical reasoning, but the main substance is always how you comprehend. So I think reading a lot since my school years helped me a lot. So I was an avid reader, and that helped me in my paragraph speed. I could read stuff easily, and understanding was easier. So CLAT I'll be focusing mainly on CLAT because I think if you prepare for CLAT, you just need very minor, more preparations for any other law exam, law entrance exam. So, yeah, if you're preparing for one of them, CLAT, you just need like very little preparation for the other exams. And they somehow complement each other. Like every exam that you have in law, whether it be CLAT, LSAT, or ALET, or MHSET, or even SLAT, symbiosis exam, they all are very complementary to each other. So coming back to CLAT, we have 5 sections: English, current affairs, legal reasoning, logical reasoning, and then quantitative aptitude. So I think I'll be breaking it down through sections. But again, my entire focus was on reading, on comprehension, because every section of it demands comprehension. Maybe GK does not, but last year's GK, the year I sat, CLAT 2024, was even comprehension based. Right. So I would suggest read a lot. Uh, and read from very diverse text. It can be I do a novel to a very scholarly paper, and because the paragraphs that come, they range from a multitude of topics, sectors, and a multitude of writing styles. Every author has a different writing style, and to interpret that, if you have had prior experience in reading text of those kinds, it helps, right? So English was all about comprehension and a few other things. Then GK, I think it was a section I prepared for a lot, because when you are preparing for GK, you're doing a lot of research, you're reading a lot of newspaper articles, online web articles, and other sources. That also helps with your reading. So what I did in GK was I would prepare a list of topics and categorize them into important, very important. Uh, my coaching was also pretty helpful in the categorization. And then the very important ones, I would spend a lot of time reading and making my own notes about, which helped in remembering facts. Legal reasoning, these CLAT says that you don't need prior knowledge about anything, but I think prior knowledge about basics of it is really helpful, as while it is a lot of based on common sense, it just gives you, a bit more speed, a bit more perspective. If you have read a bit about trespass, I'm not asking you to read trespass as they are teaching us in law school, but just the very basics of it, a few minor cases. Uh, so it helps. Then, logical reasoning was my favorite section because uh, you did not have to do anything for it, but uh, but have pure logic. So it was, and it also comes from reading. I don't think I can stress the importance of reading enough. In for CLAT, uh, right from even in mathematics, it's about data interpretation. So uh, you know the solving part of it, the numerical part of it, is really easy in class, but it's taking the data out of that paragraph that they give in in quantitative aptitude is what is important. So I think the most important thing was reading a lot. Then it was mocks for experience, and I think taking mocks is not the most important thing. The most important thing is analyzing the mocks that you took. So when, suppose you took a mock today, you got your answers, so all your explanations. Now I used to sit back and question myself, why did this go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Where did my thinking not go right? So I understood my mistakes, and I knew not to repeat a similar mistake in the next paper that I give. I think I never measured my mock scores, like if I am scoring 100, if I scored 90 in the previous paper. But it was more about, have I repeated the mistakes that I made in the last paper, this paper too? Because see, every mock is different. Some might be a bit harder, some might be quite easy. So when you just compare your scores, your marks for particular mocks, they're not the best comparison there is. And also, I think, do not compare your mock scores with your friends or people who are giving it together with you at your coaching centers, because everyone has a different starting point. And you never know, maybe the paper suited them. Everyone has a particular way of attempting the paper, a particular pattern. I go through this section first, I go through this first, and maybe it was just pure luck. So I have never believed in comparing my mock scores with someone else, or even comparing my mock scores with my previous mock scores, but rather sit and analyze, did you repeat your mistakes that you did in your previous paper in the present paper as well? Because there aren't a lot of things, a lot of concepts that CLAT or any exam setter can put in the paper. It's just the same thing repeated in different languages, stuff. So the moment you understand where you have went wrong, you will not do it again. And this was how I used to increase or my mock performance.